What is going on, everybody? So I'm back today to talk about a film that was released, I think, in 2019, and it's currently streaming on Hulu, and I've had a lot of people talk about this film in the past, and I really enjoyed this movie a lot, enough to where I wanted to talk about it, and so the movie I'm going to be discussing today is Villains. Villains is directed by Robert Olsen and Dan Berk. When their car breaks down, a couple on the run headed southbound for a fresh start in the Sunshine State break into a nearby house looking for a set of wheels. What they find inside is a dark secret and a sweet as pie pair of homeowners who will do anything to keep it from getting out. Star leads in this are Mickey and Jules, played by Bill Skarsgård and Maika Monroe, who I love both of those actors quite a bit. I think they're incredibly talented. Every time they show up in something, I'm really appreciative of that. At the beginning of the movie, we're shown they're robbing this gas station. They're very eccentric and funny and silly, and their characters, you immediately attach yourselves onto them and you're enjoying the experience of watching them. They end up robbing this gas station, getting out of there, getting in this car and driving. Well, Mickey, when they left, forgot to fill the gas tank, so their car breaks down on the side of the road. Well, they end up breaking into this house, trying to find whether it be gasoline, their car, something else. No one's in the house. They end up going in the basement and finding something in the basement that unveils this secret about the homeowners. The two homeowners, George and Gloria, played by Jeffrey Donovan and Kyra Sedgwick, get back, and you find out that they're incredibly, they almost feel like the 1950s husband and wife couple, where they're just very southern drawl, inviting, hospitable, but there's something dark and sinister about their characters, and the movie kind of plays out from there. So this movie was a lot of fun. I had no idea what to expect, but it's a really tight and suspenseful thriller that's also incredibly hilarious, and a lot of that is in part to the four incredible performances that are given in this film. All four actors are just giving it their all in this to create this really fun and engaging and entertaining movie that I did not know what to expect when I was watching this, and I just kept piquing my interest. I think there's some moments in this that drag on a little bit too long, where I feel like it could have been condensed down a little bit to just, be a little bit more digestible. There were some moments where I felt like we were getting the same things on screen over and over again. But aside from that, the characters are so likable and funny that it's impossible not to enjoy the experience of watching this movie. I really like whenever you put this concept of the two lead characters aren't necessarily the best people. At the beginning of the film, obviously, we're seeing them rob this gas station. They're doing cocaine. They're kind of just happy-go-lucky, crazy people that are breaking the law, trying to live the lives the way that they want. But you find out that despite that, they're not horrible people. They're just people that are trying to make their way in life in a very unconventional way. And then you're introduced to these two people who, on the surface, are presenting themselves as this polished, clean couple that underneath it all are just evil, horrible, terrible people. And most of this movie is a manipulation game of trying to play the other person to get out, to survive. And I always love movies that have that type of situation. There's a movie I watched last year called Hounds of Love that was very similar to that, where it was all about our lead character kind of manipulating her captors to try to find a way to get out. And that movie is much more darker and just more straightforward, where this one has a lot more humor laced throughout. There's a lot more silly moments in it, but it does not pull back from the violence, which I do appreciate. There are some moments in this movie that get incredibly violent, very over the top and entertaining, and I always love movies that can kind of push it to that level and be really engaging and fun, and that's exactly what Villains was. I did not know what to expect with this movie. I ended up really enjoying it, and I think if you go into it expecting to have a good time, you definitely will. So have you seen Villains? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Leave me a comment down below and let me know what you thought. I thought this movie was an absolute blast. I didn't really know what to expect, and I ended up really enjoying myself. As always, if you can like the video and subscribe to the channel, it helps me out a lot and lets me know the type of content you're looking for. I'm always putting out new material and look forward to getting more out for you in the near future. And as always, everyone, thank you so much for watching and have a great rest of your day.